Have you ever wondered what the Bible says about money management and prosperity? Money, prosperity, and how we relate to them are topics that touch every part of our lives. The Bible, with its timeless wisdom, provides principles that can guide us in these areas. Understanding what the scriptures say about money can help us foster a healthy and balanced relationship with it, one that aligns with our faith and values. Join us as we delve into the wisdom of the Bible and explore what it says about money and prosperity. Let's start with Proverbs 13:11, which says, "Wealth gained hastily will dwindle, but whoever gathers little by little will increase it." This verse imparts a timeless wisdom that applies as much to our modern financial world as it did when it was written. It promotes the concept of slow and steady accumulation of wealth. The idea here is not about becoming rich overnight, but rather building a solid financial foundation over time. In the first part of the verse, we're warned about the pitfalls of acquiring wealth hastily. This could refer to many things in today's context, perhaps windfalls, lottery wins, or get-rich-quick schemes. While they may seem tempting, the verse cautions us that such wealth is unstable and likely to dwindle. It's a warning against the lure of quick riches and the pitfalls of greed. The second part of the verse, on the other hand, champions the concept of gathering wealth little by little. It's a nod towards the virtues of patience, diligence, and consistency in financial matters. It's about making regular, modest contributions to our savings or investments, no matter how small they may seem. Over time, these little bits can accumulate into a substantial sum. This verse is a clear advocate for practical money management principles. It encourages us to save consistently, to invest wisely, and to be patient as our wealth grows. It warns us against the dangers of get-rich-quick schemes and reminds us of the virtue of earning our wealth honestly and steadily. In essence, Proverbs 13:11 is a call to adopt a healthy long-term perspective towards wealth accumulation. It urges us to focus on the journey, not just the destination, and to remember that true prosperity is often the result of patience, diligence, and wise stewardship. So the next time you're tempted by a quick financial fix, remember this verse. Instead of seeking instant wealth, strive for steady, gradual growth. As we can see, the Bible encourages us to be patient and diligent in our financial journey. Moving on to Matthew 6:24, "No one can serve two masters. You cannot serve both God and money." In this powerful verse, a profound truth is revealed about the nature of our relationship with money. It emphasizes the importance of prioritizing our spiritual life over material wealth. It's a reminder that our hearts, minds, and spirits should be focused on higher things, on God, rather than being consumed by the pursuit of wealth. Now, this doesn't mean that money is inherently evil or that we shouldn't strive to be financially secure. Rather, it's about where we place our primary focus, where we invest our time, energy, and heart. Money, when used wisely and responsibly, can indeed be a blessing, a tool to provide for our needs and those of our loved ones, to help others, and to advance good causes. However, the verse warns us of the dangers of money becoming a master rather than a tool. When money controls our decisions, our actions, and ultimately our lives, we've allowed it to take a place it was never meant to occupy. It becomes an idol, and we fall into the trap of materialism, compromising our values and spiritual well-being. This verse relates to the principle of not letting money control our actions and decisions. It's about understanding that money is a means, not an end. It's a resource to manage wisely, not a goal to pursue at all costs. When we let money dictate our lives, we lose sight of our true purpose, our God-given calling, and the things that truly matter. Therefore, we must strive to maintain a balanced perspective on money. We should see it as a tool to be used wisely, not a master to be served. We must not allow it to dictate our lives. Instead, we should use it in a way that aligns with our values and contributes to our spiritual growth. Therefore, it's essential to maintain a balanced perspective on money and not allow it to dictate our lives. Next, let's consider 1 Timothy 6:10, "For the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil." Now, this verse is often misunderstood. It does not say that money is evil. It says that the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil. This is a crucial distinction. It's not about the paper and coins, the bank balances, or the stock portfolios. It's about the attitude, the obsession, the unhealthy relationship that we can sometimes develop with money. Consider this. Money, in and of itself, is neutral. It's a tool. And like any tool, it can be used for good or for ill. You can use a hammer to build a house or to break a window. The hammer is not good or evil. It's how you use it that matters. The same goes for money. The verse in 1 Timothy is warning us about the potential pitfalls of becoming too attached to money, of making it our primary focus. When we love money, when we obsess over it, when we let it dictate our decisions and our lives, we open the door to all kinds of negative consequences. We might become greedy, envious, or deceitful. We might neglect our relationships, our health, our spiritual well-being. We might compromise our values, our integrity, for the sake of a few more dollars. That's the danger that the Bible is warning us about. So, how do we apply this to our lives? By cultivating a healthy relationship with money, by seeing it as a tool, not a goal, by using it wisely, responsibly, and in accordance with our values, by keeping our priorities straight and not letting money become our master. We can appreciate money for what it is, a means to an end, not an end in itself. We can strive for prosperity, but not at the expense of our integrity or our relationships. We can enjoy the fruits of our labor, but not let them define us. Thus, the Bible teaches us to keep our love for money in check, to avoid falling into evil. Now let's look at Proverbs 22:7. The rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is slave to the lender. This verse, albeit short, carries a profound message about the importance of financial independence and the perils of unnecessary debt. In this verse, Solomon, the wisest man who ever lived according to biblical accounts, sends a clear warning about borrowing. He illustrates the power dynamic that comes with debt. The borrower becomes a slave to the lender, losing their independence and freedom. This is a potent metaphor that illustrates the potentially oppressive nature of debt. Solomon's wisdom underscores the biblical principle of living within our means. This means not spending more than what we earn, avoiding unnecessary expenses, and saving for the future. It's about adopting a lifestyle that aligns with our income, not one that exceeds it. This principle isn't just about avoiding financial trouble. It's also about cultivating a mindset of contentment and gratitude for what we have. So, how do we apply this principle in our daily lives? It starts with making wise financial decisions. Avoiding unnecessary debt is a crucial step. This doesn't mean that all debt is bad. There's a stark difference between borrowing for a home or an education and accumulating credit card debt for unnecessary consumer goods. The latter can lead to a cycle of debt that's hard to escape from. Moreover, striving for financial freedom is another key aspect of this principle. Financial freedom doesn't necessarily mean being rich. Rather, it's about having enough to meet our needs and being free from the constant worry about money. It's about having the ability to make choices that align with our values without financial constraints. In essence, Proverbs 22:7 encourages us to be wise stewards of our resources, to avoid the trappings of debt, and to strive for financial freedom. It reminds us that our financial decisions can either lead to freedom or bondage. So it's clear that the Bible encourages us to live debt-free lives and to strive for financial independence. Finally, let's examine Luke 14:28. For which of you, desiring to build a tower, does not first sit down and count the cost, whether he has enough to complete it? This verse, in its simplicity, encapsulates a profound principle of financial stewardship that often goes unheeded in our modern, fast-paced world. It's the principle of planning and budgeting. It's a call to pause, reflect, and calculate before diving headfirst into any financial commitment. Imagine for a moment you're the builder mentioned in this verse. You wouldn't just start laying bricks haphazardly, would you? No, you'd carefully map out a plan, considering the resources at your disposal, the cost of materials, labor, and so forth. Even more importantly, you'd make sure you have enough to complete it. The same principle applies to our financial lives. When we don't sit down to count the cost of our financial decisions, we risk building a tower that's destined to topple. We risk spending more than we earn, accumulating debt, and jeopardizing our financial health. But when we plan and budget, we take control of our finances. We decide where our money goes, rather than wondering where it went. We ensure that we're living within our means, saving for the future, and aligning our spending with our values. Now, planning and budgeting might sound like a chore, but think of it as a liberating exercise. It's about creating a roadmap for your money, a roadmap that leads to financial peace and prosperity. It's about making your money work for you, not the other way around. And remember, this isn't just good financial advice, it's a biblical principle, a wisdom passed down through the ages. It's a call to be a wise steward of the resources entrusted to us, to honor God not just with our words and deeds, but also with our financial decisions. Therefore, the Bible encourages us to be wise planners when it comes to our finances. So, what have we learned from these biblical principles on money management and prosperity? We've embarked on a journey through biblical scriptures, exploring age-old wisdom on financial management and prosperity. We've discovered that the Bible isn't silent on money matters, but rather, it provides us with clear principles to guide our financial decisions. First and foremost, we've learned about the importance of patient and honest wealth accumulation. The Bible encourages us to grow our wealth gradually, avoiding the pitfalls of get-rich-quick schemes or dishonest gain. Patience, diligence, and integrity are key when it comes to wealth accumulation. Secondly, we delved into the concept of prioritizing our spiritual lives over material wealth. The Bible teaches us that wealth is transient and can be deceiving. It can't buy us happiness or eternal life. Our spiritual well-being, on the other hand, has eternal significance. Therefore, we are called to prioritize our spiritual growth and relationship with God over the pursuit of material wealth. Next, we discuss the importance of maintaining a balanced perspective on money. While money is a useful tool, it's not the be-all and end-all. We should never let our desire for wealth consume us or steer us away from our moral compass. The Bible reminds us to keep money in its rightful place, as a means to an end, and not an end in itself. Then, we touched on the principle of living within our means. The Bible encourages us to avoid debt and to live contentedly with what we have. It teaches us that it's not about how much we earn, but how wisely we manage what we have. Finally, we explored the importance of financial planning and budgeting. The Bible uses the analogy of a wise builder who first counts the cost before building a tower. This underscores the importance of planning ahead, setting a budget, and sticking to it. By following these principles, we can manage our money wisely and live prosperous lives in accordance with the teachings of the Bible. These principles are not just about achieving financial stability, but also about living a balanced, content, and meaningful life. They guide us to make wise decisions, prioritize our spiritual growth, and maintain a healthy relationship with money. Remember, the Bible's wisdom on money isn't about amassing wealth for wealth's sake, but about using money as a tool to live a fulfilling, responsible, and spiritually rich life. By following these principles, we can manage our money wisely and live prosperous lives in accordance with the teachings of the Bible. We hope you found this journey through the Bible's teachings on money management enlightening. If this video has given you something to think about, why not give it a like? It's a small gesture that goes a long way in supporting the channel. If you know someone who could benefit from these biblical principles, don't hesitate to share the video with them. You never know, it might be the guidance they need to make a positive change in their financial life. And to make sure you don't miss out on our future videos, do subscribe to our channel. We have a lot more insightful content coming your way. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Remember, managing money wisely is a key step towards prosperity. Until next time, stay blessed and financially savvy.